Welcome in my physio channel. So today we discuss about the Friedreich's ataxia. It is the sensory type of ataxia. This chart we discuss the in last. So first we discuss what is Friedreich's ataxia. The short form is FA. So it is the most common form of inherited ataxia. That means it is the transmitted through the hereditary from mother and father. So that is the form of inherited ataxia. It is an autosomal recessive. Okay, if the mother and father carrier, so the baby is the have the Friedreich's ataxia disease. So that is autosomal recessive disorder. It was first described in 1863 by Friedreich. So that's why the name is Friedreich's ataxia. The present in one approximately from the 15,000. Because 15,000 population maybe it is present in the one patient. So that is the epidemiology. Onset is childhood 10 to 15 years mostly, or the before 25 years of the age. Now here the chromosome number 9 which is present in figure, that is FXN gene. Okay, so that is about the frataxin. Now, this frataxin is mostly present in nervous system, heart and pancreas. So they have lots of frataxin. Just remember this: nervous system, heart and pancreas. And it is the chromosome number 9 that is affixin gene frataxin. Now, the normal mechanism we can understand first, that is the affixin gene. If the mutation occur, so the GAA, that is triplet repetition is occur, that is guanine, adenine and adenine. So the normal repetition time, that is 7 to 34 times. This is the normal mechanism, and if the repetition is more than 100 to 1700 times, that lead to Friedreich's ataxia, because the abnormal mutation is occur in the gene. Now the FXN gene not transcribed normally, so the decrease protection level. If it is a normal mutation, that is for 3 times. Okay, so GAA, so that is normal. So the frataxin level is also normal. But if the mutation is not transcribed normally, so that lead to the decreased production of the frataxin also. Frataxin is what? So it is a mitochondrial protein. Okay, so it involved in the ion absorption. Frataxin શું કરશે કે it involved in the ion absorption and store the unneeded ion and control the amount of the ion which is required in the mitochondria for ATP production. So it is the function of frataxin gene કે એ શું કરશે, જે પણ આયન એબ્ઝોર્પ્શન છે એ કરશે એન્ડ જે અનનીડેડ આયન છે એને સ્ટોર કરશે. Okay, but if the frataxin is decreased, so what happen કે જે પણ સ્ટોરેજ આયન હોય એ રહેશે નહીં, અને abnormally ion which is increase in mitochondria. Okay, so that lead to the ATP production જે છે એ decrease થઈ જશે and ultimately cell death થશે. So this is about the frataxin. Now if the frataxin is decreased, I can say, so excess ion move into the mitochondria and which cause oxidative stress. Now what is oxidative stress? If it is here, this is mitochondria and ion plus oxygen, ion bind with the oxygen, so that lead to the DNA damage and oxygen જે છે free radicals increase થઈ જશે, so that damage the DNA and it produces the oxidative damage. So that's why it is known as the oxidative stress. So the decrease ATP production and decrease energy to cell, so finally death of cell is occur. Now the death of cells mostly કયા એરિયામાં થશે? સો મોસ્ટલી ઇન ધી ન્યુરોન્સ, ધી કાર્ડિયોમાયોસાઇટ્સ એન્ડ પેન્ક્રિયાટિક બીટા સેલ્સ, એટલે કે હાર્ટમાં, ન્યુરોન્સમાં એન્ડ પેન્ક્રિયાઝમાં. નાવ ઇફ ઇટ ઇઝ ઇન ધ હાર્ટ, ઇટ લીડ્સ ટુ ધી કાર્ડિયાક પ્રોબ્લેમ. Then if it is in the pancreatic, so the beta cells that lead to decreased insulin production and cause the diabetes mellitus. Next is pathology. So spinal cord and peripheral nerve is affected in the FA, that is Friedreich's ataxia. The sclerosis and degeneration of the dorsal root ganglion, dorsal column and lateral corticospinal tract is affected, and thinning of the dorsal root and sensory nerve neuropathy which is present. Remember this 4 point: posterior column degeneration, demyelination and gliosis, Then corticospinal tract is affect, dorsal or ventral spinocerebellar tract which get affect in the pathology of the Friedreich's ataxia. Now the symptoms. So early age of symptoms, that is 5 to 15 years of the age, and the late age, that is 20 to 30 years. Okay, so mostly it goes up to the 30 years, not more than that. So the symptoms first is gait problem, that is ataxia, staggering type of gait, lower extremity is more involved than the upper extremity. Intentional tremor is developed. Intentional tremor means the tremor present during the movement, not in the resting position. That is intentional tremor. Then frequent falling episode is increased in that type of patient. So this is about first symptoms. Next is musculoskeletal abnormality. In that, some deformity is present like pes cavus, then kyphoscoliosis or humpback. Then fourth number, that is optic atrophy. Optic atrophy is occurred due to the degenerations of the nerve cells. Then deafness and diabetes in many cases. Diabetes due to the beta cells that decrease the insulin production and ultimately lead to diabetes mellitus. Next symptom is cardiac involvement in the 90% of the patient that lead to death due to heart failure and dysarrhythmia. Loss of coordination because it affect the cerebellum also and the nerves also. Okay, then muscle weakness and fatigue due to corticospinal tract damage. So that is the most common symptoms of the Friedreich's ataxia, that is muscle weakness. Now the diagnosis. So diagnosis we can done firstly through the clinical examinations. In that, we can check for the cardiac arrhythmia symptoms that is present in 91% of the cases. Then abnormal gait, okay, then pes cavus deformity, humpback, that is kyphoscoliosis, muscle weakness, cerebellar nystagmus and dysarthria. Then dorsal column affection, that is a deep sensation which get affect, that is proprioception, vibration, kinesthesia, that all sensation are impaired due to the Friedreich's ataxia. So and then we do the Rombuck test for the balance. So the Rombuck test is positive with the eye closed, sway is more present, so that suggests the sensory type of ataxia. So this is about the clinical examination diagnosis. Second is we diagnose by the instrumental investigation, that is NCV, ECG, MRI and electrocardiography. NCV and NCV for the nerve conduction study. Then ECG for the cardiac condition. Then MRI, it shows the atrophic changes in spinal cord and brain. And last is echocardiography, that shows the ventricular hypertrophy which is present or not. So this is about the instrumental investigation. Then genetic analysis. Genetic analysis done for the Frederiksen gene ની જો abnormal mutation જે છે that એને જાણવા માટે આપણે genetic analysis કરી શકીએ છીએ. Then differential diagnosis for the FA, that is vitamin E deficiency, the multiple sclerosis and metabolic and immune disorders. So this is about the differential diagnosis. Next is prognosis. So prognosis is not better, okay, it is poor. So the lifespan of the patient, that is up to 30 to 40 years bus. Okay, so this is about the lifespan of the Friedreich's ataxic patient. Now the management. So basically there is no specific treatment for the Friedreich's ataxia, but some symptoms, so that symptoms ની જે પણ pathology છે એ આપણે decrease કરી શકીએ છીએ. Not a specific treatment we can give. So basically in management, the multidisciplinary team that is involved, like neurologist, cardiologist, orthopedics, language therapist and the physiotherapist. Now first we discuss about the medical management. So in medical management we can give iron chelator. Okay, so iron chelator શું કરશે, the abnormal iron નું પ્રોડક્શન છે તો એને રિડ્યુસ કરશે. સો દેટ્સ વાય વી કેન ગીવ આયન ચિલેટર, અને જે એબનોર્મલ આયન એબ્ઝોર્બ થયા છે માઇટોકોન્ડ્રિયામાં એને યુરિનમાંથી પાસ કરશે. સો દેટ ઇઝ ધી યુઝ ઓફ આયન ચિલેટર. દેન સેકન્ડ ઇઝ એરિથ્રોપોએટિન. એ શું કરશે, ફ્રેટ્રેક્સિન જીનનું પ્રોડક્શન વધારશે. Okay, then third is ACE inhibitor for heart condition, that is lisinopril, captopril. Okay, and other drug for the cardiac condition, that is digoxin we can use. Next is surgical management. So for spine deformity like scoliosis, okay, and kyphosis, that is humpback, and heart conditions, so we can go for the surgical management if it is severe deformity. So prevent scoliosis, for that we can insert the titanium screw and rod in the spine, and we can go for the surgical intervention and correct that deformity if it is more severe. For heart condition, we can also go for the surgical intervention. Next is the our role, that is physiotherapy treatment or the management. So first is low intensity strengthening exercise for the upper limb and lower limb. We can focus the lower limb mostly because the lower extremity is more involved in the FA rather than the upper extremity. So we can go for the strengthening exercise of lower limb. Then fatigue management, for that we can use the energy conserve technique. Okay, patient ने teach करावी सके how to conserve the energy so that reduce the fatigability in the patient. Then postural control, for that we can trunk and back stabilization exercise given to the patient that correct the deformity also like scoliosis and kyphosis. Stretching exercise which help to relieve the tightness in the muscle that is due to scoliosis and the pes cavus deformities. So we can go for the stretching that for the 30 seconds and repeat 3 times and hold it. So that is about stretching exercise. Next, balance training. So use with the visual feedback transfers and teach we can teach the patient the self-care activities, minimize the risk of falls in the patient. Wobble board exercise we can give, step up and step down exercise. So this way we can give the balance training to the patient step by step. Next is gait training. So gait training with assistive device, visual feedback cueing we can use during training, and proprioceptive training. So this is all about the management of the Friedreich's ataxia. Now we discuss about the one chart. Okay. Briefly, so Friedreich's ataxia. So Friedreich's itself suggests the mnemonic. F means frataxin gene abnormality. Then R means it is the autosomal recessive disorder. I means iron bind protein, which is abnormally increased in the mitochondria due to the decreased frataxin. So iron bind protein. E means vitamin E deficiency, which is come under the differential diagnosis. Then D for dorsal column affection and diabetes due to the beta cell that the insulin production is decreased, that leads to diabetes mellitus, and dorsal column is affect due to the degenerations of the spinal cord. Then R for dorsal root ganglia is affected, and E for electron transfer enzyme, that is ATP production, is decreased. Next is I, that Imakasunathi. Then C for corticospinal tract, that is mostly lateral corticospinal tract get affected. Then H for humpback, or we can say kyphoscoliosis deformity. And second is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, that is the most common reason for the death in Friedreich's ataxic patient. And ataxia, that is staggering gait, is present in the patient. So this is about the mnemonics of the Friedreich's ataxia. You can remember this point just and explain this point. So this is about the Friedreich's ataxia. Thanks for watching. Share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.